Hello, I'm Hyewon Yoon. You can call me Esther, that's my English name. I'm 15 years old, and today I'm going to explain to you about two tombs from Korea's last dynasty. Before the main explanation, I want to tell you simply about YCC. YCC is short for Youth Cultural Corps. I'm a member of YCC. We used to do guiding in a place that has a historical and cultural meaning for free. We did that for free because YCC's goal is to raise global leaders and play a part at global cultural development. But because of the COVID-19, we cannot go to places to guide. So we made this video to introduce you Korea's history and culture. First, we are going to see the tomb of one princess of the fourth king and her husband. The fourth king in Korea's last dynasty is famous for his works. He invented Korea's letter, Hangul, and lots of other inventions, including the sun clock, the water clock, and the celestial globe. Among them, Hangul is one of the most greatest inventions. It is the only letter in the world that knows who and why it was invented. And the owner of this tomb, the daughter of the fourth king, helped the king to make Hangul. The princess was wise and clever and understood difficult studies well. The king, her father, loved her especially. The east one is the tomb of the princess, and the west one is her husband's. In front of the tomb, there is a tombstone that recorded the princess's husband's past. In Korea's last dynasty, people used to set up a memorial stone at a street near the tomb of high official. This memorial stone was made in 1466. It shows the style of the memorial stone at the time. Next is the tomb of the 10th king of Korea's last dynasty who was deposed. The 10th king is known as the most craziest king in the history. He killed lots of people to strengthen the royal authority. After he strengthened the royal authority, he enjoyed hunting and wasted a lot of money. And when an anonymous letter is written in Korean letter Hangul, he stopped educating Hangul to common people. He also didn't study. He used the university as the hunting place and abolished the class. It is hard to believe, but this is only few of his tyranny. So the vassals deposed him and ascended the throne to the next king. The princess of the first tomb helped the fourth king to make Hangul, and the 10th king stopped educating Hangul to common people. What on earth is Hangul to account for in Korean history? From now on, we will learn about history of Hangul. As I said before, Hangul is the only letter in the world that knows who and why and when it was made. Hangul was used from 1443 until now. Before the fourth king invented Hangul, Korean people used Chinese letters. The Chinese letters were very hard to learn, so low-class people couldn't read or write. So they could not be educated, so they couldn't distinguish right and wrong. But the king didn't want it that. He loved his people. So he wanted his people to know right and wrong and don't do wrong things. And when unfair things happened to them, they could tell the king by letters. But the letter we use today has a few differences with the letter when it was first made. The letter first made was called 훈민정음. It means a right letter that educates the people. And Korea's last dynasty was an agriculture country, so people needed a book to help with their agriculture. But before, when people used Chinese letter, there was a book about agriculture, but most people couldn't read it. But when 훈민정음, the letter, started to be used, people read books about agriculture and made a good harvest. Scholars from the US and other countries are praising Hangul as a scientific letter that is nowhere else in the world. And Hangul is the reason why the illiteration rate of Koreans are low. With Hangul, we can express all visual and auditory elements. First it was made, it had 28 letters of the word, but now we use only 24 of them. That's because Korean history has a Japanese colonial period, and at that time, Japanese deleted 4 letters. And the fourth king made a book that is written how this letter was made and principle of creation of Hangul. This book is mounted as UNESCO Heritage Site. I am proud that I am living in a country that has a letter like Hangul. Our tour ends here. Thank you for listening.